Hello, welcome to the Wedding Reporter podcast. Today I have Dayonna Dixon Hooker, and I'm so excited to chat with her. She is a licensed esthetician at 620 Aesthetics. She loves making women feel more confident through full body waxing and brows because, let's be real, brows can truly make or break your entire face. Fun fact about her, for someone who grew up in a dance studio doing ballet, tap, jazz, and hip hop, she is awfully bad at trending dances.
Very bad.
Yes. So welcome. I'm so
Thank
excited to
you.
have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. And we also need to mention your husband is on the Dallas Cowboys, correct?
You
He's
see the
Malik
hat?
Hooker. I know you're representing today. I know. I was like, I should have worn blue, but yeah. So let's hop right in. I'd just love to know how you guys met.
So we actually met through a mutual friend. Funny enough, it was like through Snapchat, kind of.
Oh my gosh.
My friend posted me on his Snapchat, and Malik slid up under it and was like, "Yo, like, who's that?" And I was just like,
Oh.
He was like, "My friend want to know who you are." I'm like, "Okay, who's your friend?" He's like, "I was just with him last weekend in Miami. Like, I had him in my video." I'm like, "You had so many guys in your video. You guys are literally in the club. Like, how am I supposed to know which one you are talking about?"
Right.
But his financial advisor actually was at Penn State that weekend, like scouting for new clients. So my friend Marcus ran and told him, and then he called Malik, and he like shoves the phone in my face, and was like, "Look at who I got for you." And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed because it's like, are you guys trying to like pawn me off to this man? Like, what is this arranged? So
oh man,
we talked for like 2-3 minutes, exchanged numbers, and like we hit it off from there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. So that was back, like, how long ago was that? Like, what year?
It was actually in 2017.
Okay,
Yeah, so
gotcha.
it was a long
So,
time.
and then you guys started dating. Like, how long did you date before he popped the question?
So we were dating for 3 years before he popped the
Okay.
question. Yeah. The first couple of
Awesome.
years of knowing each other, of course, he's like new to the league, and I'm like new to life outside of high school. So it was a lot of us like playing around and, just having fun. And then we ended up really liking each other. So,
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Yeah. And then you guys start dating. And then, so this was like all during his football career. So were you guys like long distance or
we were long
like
distance?
Okay.
Yeah. So he was in Indiana at the time, and I was back
Okay.
at home in DC. So I,
Gotcha.
of course, would be the one doing the flying out to him. So,
Yeah, right?
yeah, we were long distance for a while.
Okay, that's so exciting. And then did there come a point where like, okay, he was on the Dallas Cowboys then, and then
Yeah.
were you living in Dallas too? And then like
So
when he
by
popped
the
the question.
time we made it to Dallas, we were already together.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think he popped the question like 2 years after being here or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I would love to know, like, how did he ask you to marry him?
Okay, so there's a backstory to it that like I
Okay.
didn't know before he proposed, but apparently he was trying to
Okay.
like get my friends to come out here. He had this venue booked and everything, but then they turned around and was like, "Oh, we actually double booked. We can no longer like hold it for you." So his
No.
whole plan was like ruined. He's
Shoot.
not someone who makes a plan B. So
Yeah.
the day that he did propose, which was on Thanksgiving, it was like
Oh.
kind of like in the moment thing. Like, I have my friends here. Like, I'm having a great day. We won this game. He was feeling good. He called his mom after the game, and he was like, "I'm going to do it today, Mom." And
Oh,
she's
that's
like,
precious.
"You're going to do what?" He's like, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to pop the question." So we finally all get home after the game. And I remember going to the bathroom, and he like followed me in the bathroom, and that's not normal for him. And he was just like standing there talking to me. I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, you're being so weird."
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Can you make my plate?" I was like, "I always do that. Like, why are you asking me? Can I make your plate?" So I finally go to the kitchen. I'm like walking around, getting things that like I know he likes. And then I see his friend up with his phone, and the flash is on.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, "Why are you?" And then I turn, and he's like down on his knee. And I'm like,
Oh.
So
love that.
looking at the ring though, I thought it was the promise ring because he proposed with this band and not the
Gorgeous.
actual wedding
Oh,
ring. So I was
gotcha.
like, is this a promise ring? And he like completely ignored me and like gave his speech. I was like, okay. So once everyone like puts their phones down, I'm like, okay, where's my ring? Like
Oh my
this is
gosh. You're
not my
like, I
ring.
know that's not the one you meant to give me. So, like, where
Yes.
is it?
Yeah, so I think he got confused because my wedding band was in like the pop-up box one, whereas my actual ring was in a twist-up box. So I think he got a
Oh,
little confused.
yeah.
No, so
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. So, like, you knew it was coming because, like, you guys went ring shopping and you knew the rings were, like, there in the house. Is that right?
no. So
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know at
Okay.
all. We never actually went ring shopping. I remember him
Okay.
asking me like my ring size, but this was like a while before he even popped a question. Apparently,
Yeah.
he had the ring since August. So it is a
Okay.
custom made ring. So this
Beautiful.
was in the works for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love how it was just like so homegrown. Like he was just like had a good feeling that day and he was like,
Hmm.
let's make this day even better. Like, I'm
Yes.
gonna ask Dayonna to marry me. And like I love that it was just like all your friends were over already and like they all got
Hmm.
their phones out and like were able to witness it too with you guys. And so I think that's like so special and really cool.
It
Oh my
was.
gosh.
I loved it.
Yeah. So you guys were engaged. How
Mhm.
long was your engagement? And then kind of like walk me through your wedding planning process.
So we were engaged for a little over a year. So November to November, and then we got married in February.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I originally wanted to have the wedding in March on my mother's birthday, but then I
Oh.
found out that it was actually Easter. So I was
Oh,
trying to be
okay.
considerate and I changed the date a little bit because flights are normally much more expensive and almost everyone will be flying in that's family. So we
Mm-hmm.
did change our date. As you know, I am from Washington D.C., so I always wanted the theme to be cherry blossoms. Like I was really big on that.
Yeah. I
Yes,
love
they have a
that.
cherry blossom festival every year. I don't think
That's
many people
right.
know this, but
Yeah.
the cherry blossoms in DC are absolutely beautiful. But yes, after
Wow.
we got engaged, I found a planner like pretty quick. Like
Oh,
I was
good.
moving pretty
Yeah.
quick on things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty
That's so
chill for
good.
the first couple of months. And I wasn't really stressed until like a month or two before
Mm-hmm.
because when you're giving a budget by a financial advisor, you truly try to stick to it. And the
Right.
numbers in Dallas are crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik's like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. And I'm just like, no, like he gave me 150K budget. I'm trying to stick as close to it as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So yeah.
I know. It's wild. Like once you start getting into the wedding planning, you're like, wait a second, that costs what? Like I had no
Yes.
idea. And so, yeah, there's definitely sticker shock and
Hmm.
it's like, wow. But I mean, you guys' wedding was such a dream. So
Thank
as
you.
far as like your wedding style. I mean,
Mhm.
you incorporated the cherry blossoms, which is so cool because that's like your hometown and that's your nod to like how you grew up and everything.
Yes.
And then like I feel like florals were like so important to you too, just with
Hmm.
everything you had going on. So maybe describe like the aesthetics of your wedding.
Oh, so I really wanted the ceremony to feel airy and light. So my song that I walked out to was Billie Eilish, Ocean Eyes.
Oh my gosh,
And with
gorgeous.
the elevator, the glass elevator, and like the elements of my dress,
Gosh.
I just wanted it to feel like, whimsical and just like love is in the air, you know? It was
Yes.
white all around in there. I do wish that I would have done like white carpet on the floor in there just to brighten it up a little bit, but you live and you learn.
Right, yeah.
And I
Well, it was
didn't
cool how you had like the whole like
Yes, the snake
path.
aisle. So
Yes,
I
it
didn't
was
want
so
like
cool.
traditional seating where we walk all the way to the end and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it was kind of boring and I wanted to spice things up a little bit, things that you don't see as often. Like, it has been done before. I wasn't the first, but I really love the concept of standing in the middle and like everyone's just
Yeah.
around. Oh, it was
I
a
know.
dream. And then our reception, originally there was going to be 6 trees.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
there were going to be
Yeah.
6 trees, and I'm just like, it's kind of overkill. So we can do the two
For
in the
the space
middle.
you're in,
And
yeah.
I'm very happy that we chose just the two in the middle. I didn't want
Oh,
traditional
nice.
tables neither. I felt like the serpentine tables were like the
Mhm.
perfect touch, especially since we didn't have like draping on the table.
Mhm.
It was everything I could have asked for.
Yeah, I know. Like your design was so cool and just how you and your designer planner like incorporated everything. It
Mhm.
was like yes, you've seen weddings where it is like all white flowers and everything, but like you took it like to a further level with the cherry blossom trees, with the serpentine tables, and then that also gives a nod to how your aisle was like in that like
Yes.
snake shape too. And
Hmm.
so it's just like in all the different areas respectfully, it like all still flowed
Yeah.
so well. And you guys did jumping the broom, and like the broom had like all the florals on it, just like
Yes.
so gorgeous. And I'm just like, I love that tradition. And so it was so special. And you guys were literally surrounded by your friends and family,
Yes,
like with doing it
literally.
in the round, like how cool that everybody just had that view of you
Hmm.
guys saying your vows together. So
Yes.
I love that.
I have a little
Oh,
teenager.
oh my gosh, a little three-nager. I love that.
Yes.
That's so great. So how was she like incorporated into your day?
So she actually walked down with his best man, which is his best friend, and also her godfather. And he actually sat with her during the
Oh,
ceremony, I believe, too.
I love that.
Yeah, she was a little flower girl. I don't think she actually flew any threw any flowers until like she like sat down, and then she like threw them at
Oh,
her feet. So
that's precious. I love
yes.
that. It's like you never know what they're gonna do when you
You
send them
never
down.
know. But she had a great time. She was the only kid there. There were no kids allowed. So she's pretty
Nice.
cool for that.
Oh
And
yeah.
she crashed during the dance part of the reception. She
Uh-huh.
literally was on the couch sleeping. Someone like threw their jacket over her. So she had a suit
Oh,
jacket and she just got
precious.
knocked out. Yeah.
Oh,
She had a
that's so
great time.
sweet. I love that.
Hmm.
Oh, that is precious. I love that so much. And then I would love to like talk about attire. So like
Hmm.
what did she wear as like your flower girl, and then like go into like your dress and his outfits. And you guys had outfit changes too. So so
Yes.
beautiful.
So I actually got her dress off of Etsy. I
Oh, cute.
love Etsy for things for her. Even for me, I love Etsy.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So her dress, of course, had the little puffer sleeves and pearls on it. And it was
Gorgeous.
to match my dress. So my sleeves had pearls and then
I
that
know I
same
loved
kind of
that.
material that wraps around.
Mhm.
My first dress was by Alana Co. It
Okay.
actually was the very first dress that I ever tried on. I walked out and see myself, and my heart literally dropped.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh, it's so
this
stunning.
is my dress. I still tried on two more dresses after that, but I'm like, that's the one.
Oh, so it was the
Um,
first one you tried on. I love that.
so
Oh
I
my
didn't have to
gosh.
go to a million
Yeah.
shops like most women do, which was great. I'm very certain about things. Like, I don't like to have too many options because then I'm very indecisive, and then my friends are
Mhm.
indecisive, so we're all
Yeah.
indecisive.
Yeah.
We're never gonna pick.
Yes.
And then my second dress was from House of CB. I
Okay.
wanted something that like I could dance in, move around in, like if I gotta get low, you know.
Yes, for
It won't
sure.
restrict me because my actual wedding dress was so fitted that
Yeah.
even when I sat down, I had to like lean back a little bit.
Yeah.
Lean back a little bit. And then my third dress was from Albina Dyla. I want to say
Okay.
that's how you pronounce it.
Mhm.
They're out of the country. I want to say in like Turkey or something like
Oh,
that. They
wow,
shipped the
gorgeous.
dress so freaking fast. I was very
Wow.
surprised. It wasn't even custom made and it was absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
And then Malik's suits, they both were custom made.
Yeah.
Um, Funny enough, I actually I had a peek at his suits. He was
Oh,
trying to
okay.
surprise me, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a peek at his suits, and I actually hated the first version of one of his suits.
Oh, no.
And I said, no,
Yeah.
no. So they completely redid his ceremony suit, turned out perfect. He even liked it
Oh,
more. And
good.
then his second suit, I changed out the buttons and changed it to black buttons. Girl,
Oh,
I felt like I was his
ah,
stylist for the wedding.
oh,
Yeah.
good.
I
I
had
mean, good thing you took a little peek at that because you wouldn't want to have been disappointed on your wedding day. So, yeah.
Exactly. I had told him, like when he first told me he wanted to surprise me, I said, if I walk down the aisle and your suit is ugly, I'm going to cry. Not because I'm happy, but because your suit is hideous.
You're not going to
So,
know which is it.
exactly. Never know. So
Oh,
his were
man.
custom made by Miguel the Collection or something like that.
Oh,
He's based
yeah.
out of
Okay.
Atlanta, which is where
Wow.
we have a house at too. So I think that's
Oh,
how he knew
cool.
about him. So yes, him and
Perfect.
all of the groomsmen, their stuff was custom
Hmm.
made by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just loved like your style with your dress, like the whole like chiffon sort of like off the shoulder deal with
Yes.
the gloves that were like beaded. Was it pearls or like beading on it? I
So
was like,
there were pearls. Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. Oh
Hmm.
my gosh, so gorgeous. Just like it
Thank
totally like
you.
flowed and went so well together. And then like paired with his suits that had like sort of
Yes.
this like blush on like the lapels
Hmm.
and then like his full on blush like at the end
Yes.
was so cool. And like just the material and like the way that it seemed to like shut like kind of like have this sheen in the photos
Hmm.
was like really cool too.
Yes.
So yeah, it was awesome.
They did a good job picking the material, just not the original
Hmm.
design.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they had the vision. They had the vision.
Yes, so true. Oh my gosh. So, did you have any really special moments from your day that you can remember?
I feel like the whole day was just special, you know?
Hmm.
Like, I ended up having brunch that morning with my girlfriends, and it just was like the whole day
Oh,
was so easy and smooth sailing. Like, throughout the whole process, I was never a bridezilla. Um,
I
so
love
I
that.
have like no complaints about the day. I will say that I really love that they saved cake for me and Malik, and once we got back to our room, we did share, like, sit down, share the cake together.
That's
I felt like
great.
that was a really special moment because it's like
Hmm.
the day's finally over and we're
Hmm.
married.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. I was just thinking back to when you said you wanted to have the wedding on your mother's birthday. Was there a significance to that at all?
Yes, so my mom actually passed away when I was 5 years
Oh,
old.
I'm sorry
So
to
it
hear
was
that.
kind of like in remembrance of her, especially since it's
Yeah.
a day that she cannot make. And I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have like her dress or, something of her there other than this pendant that my best friends actually got made for me. They gave it to me the day
Wow.
before, yeah, the night before the wedding. It was a little
Oh,
pendant, and I put it on my flower boutique. It was actually a picture of my mother on her wedding day.
oh
So
my
yes.
gosh,
Hmm.
precious. That is
It
like
was
such a
so
great
beautiful.
way to
Yes.
like incorporate her into your day. It was like she was always with you, like with your
Hmm.
florals. Like, I love that so much. That is
Thank
so
you.
special that you guys did that. Um, oh, I did want to ask you one other thing about your wedding decor. So, did
Yes.
you have like a hall of flowers or what was it called? I
I
feel
had a
like when I read
flower tunnel.
Yes, flower tunnel, that was it, yes. It
Yes.
looked so cool. So, like, most of your flowers were, like, neutrals, but then your flower tunnel, that's where you had fun with a lot of color, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah.
Wanted to
So
like brighten it up just so like you don't know what you expect when you get in, and then it's like this light airy pink and white.
mhm.
Yeah, I felt like it was a total shock for people, and a lot of people actually didn't know that those flowers in the tunnel were real, and when they found out, some people actually started stealing the flowers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
That's
good. It was
hilarious.
19K. So still all the flowers you want.
Wow. I mean, your whole wedding was just dripping in flowers and
It
it just
was.
looked so gorgeous. So,
Thank
like,
you.
was your flower tunnel like from the ceremony space to the reception space? Is that like where they would walk through?
So no, they were actually on different floors. The ceremony was
Okay.
actually on a terrace on the roof, and
Okay.
then it was a tunnel going into the ballroom for the
Okay.
reception. Yes. Hmm.
Awesome. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Like that's so cool and just adds like another surprise element to
Yes.
your guest experience, which is really awesome and like such a unique thing to do with your wedding design. I love that.
Thank you.
I know you said that like your wedding pretty much went off without a hitch, but did you guys have any moments where you had to like improvise or go off script or like any little hiccups during your day?
During the day, not that I know of. Like, if
That's
it
awesome.
was, no one let me know.
Right, yeah.
To me, it was like so seamless. Like, I will say we were running like 15 minutes behind, but like that's so
Mhm.
minor.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that's
a
like
big
pretty
deal to
normal.
me. Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
normal. Most people who are behind way longer.
Yeah.
So, but I really genuinely, actually, no. I'm telling a story. So
Yes,
we
tell me.
had our photo booth for, I want to say like 2 hours or so. So,
Okay.
of course, we're taking pictures where, we have to do certain things as the bride and groom.
Mhm.
So I finally go outside because I want to take pictures in a photo booth and like they're packing up.
Oh
I'm
my
like, excuse
gosh.
me.
What?
We haven't taken any pictures yet. Like, can you please like
No.
open up the booth? Like, we'll pay extra. We'll do whatever. Like,
Yeah,
can
seriously.
you just open it back up? They're like, well, we already took so and so down and this down. I'm like, I don't care.
No.
Like, is there any way that you can get it back up? So
Yeah.
they ended up putting the backdrop back up and like doing it. They did it differently. Like, it wasn't the full thing that they had. I'm like, cool, whatever. As long as I could get a couple pictures, like,
Right.
I'm fine with that. But
Mhm.
yeah, that was literally the only thing.
Oh shoot. Yeah. And it's like you paid for that. Of course you should have the photos from your own photo booth at your wedding.
Exactly.
And
Like,
yeah.
nobody thought to come grab the bride. Like,
Mhm.
what's going on? So,
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you caught them because that
thank
would have
you.
been really sad if they were already gone and you didn't get a photo. So, yeah,
Literally. I would have
just
been
in
so
time.
disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad it worked out. But yeah, that is
Mhm.
kind of disappointing with that vendor. Sorry.
And they're a great
Uh,
company, so I was very
yeah.
confused.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Okay, now that you've had your wedding, you've done all the planning and everything, what advice would you give to other couples who are planning their weddings now?
Ooh. I would definitely say shop around.
Yeah,
Just
it's
because
good.
you like something that someone did, you can always find someone else who do it to fit your budget.
Mm,
Um, I seen a beautiful wedding that someone had here and they spent like 80K and it was absolutely gorgeous. They spent only 13K on floral. I spent about 40-ish
yeah.
something, if not more. So it's like you can always find something absolutely beautiful within your budget. Shop around. Give yourself time. A year is not long enough to plan a wedding. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Like,
Yeah.
you can find any and every vendor within your budget. I know I was quoted like 4,000 for a DJ. The DJ I found on my own was $2,000.
Wow.
You can always find something in your budget, and I totally recommend you shopping around. Do not feel bad or embarrassed that you're asking people for prices and quotes. So what? It's their job to
Mhm.
give it to you,
Right,
So
exactly. Mhm.
shop around for sure.
Yeah, that is really good advice. And like, I think also with that, like you were saying, like florals just seem like super important to you. And so
Mhm.
that is where it probably seems like you spent most of your budget
Yes.
on that. And so it's like find those things and find those vendors that you really connect with that you want to spend money on that portion of your wedding because it does mean a lot to you. And so I
Yes.
think you guys really did a good job with that too. So yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, this was so cool talking to you. I just want to know, like, do you have any final thoughts, or like, where can we find you online?
So all of my names are Forever Dayonna across all social media. So TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. My Facebook is my full name. You can find me there. I am pretty active
Awesome.
on TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to see like game
Yeah.
day content, come follow your
Yes.
girl.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely give her a follow. And like, okay, when we're recording this, football season just started. Like, what are your plans? Or do you fly to all
Yes.
of the games, or do you like do only home games, or like what's your plan with all that?
So, previous years, I would go to every single game, no matter if it
Mm-hmm.
was away or home. I would stay away from really cold games, not gonna lie. Since moving to
Right, yeah.
Texas, I can't do the cold like I
Yeah,
used
like
to.
Minnesota, maybe not. Like, yeah.
You know, Green Bay, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
this
totally.
year, I am sticking to only 2 away games because I have been doing a lot of traveling this year from like our honeymoon and then going to camp and going back home. It's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit exhausting, so I'm only going to
Yeah.
2 away games and then, of course, all home games because it's
Yeah.
right here. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mhm.
That is so exciting. That's awesome. Well, go Cowboys. I hope you guys have a great season. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you.
I actually I'm not much of a sports person, but now I might watch and just have to see how the Cowboys are doing this year. So
Pray for us, okay?
I
Please
know,
pray for
yes.
us.
Oh, this was so awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat, and go and check out her wedding. We are going to post some of the photos from their big day on NashvilleBrideGuide.com. So check that out. All right. Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the Wedding Reporter podcast. I hope you learned a little bit and had fun today. To find more resources and podcast episodes, visit NashvilleBrideGuide.com for more information. And as always, click the subscribe button and leave us a review. Until next time, I'm Alyssa DeChico, signing off.